Hi guys. So, it's been a minute. I did not mean to take 2 weeks off. Well, I meant to take 1 week off and then, well, it's kind of a long story, but I was taking out the trash and my neighbor, I live in an apartment, by the way. He was out with his dog and the dog was not on a leash and it ran up to me and it bit right into my thigh. And it wasn't too bad of a bite, like it didn't need any immediate emergency medical attention, but it did break the skin, so to be safe, I had to go to the doctor and get vaccines and antibiotics, and the side effects really sucked, and it was just a whole thing. It's been a rough week, but I'm better now, I'm recovered, and I'm here to resume my favorite thing in the world, talking about dolls. If you happen to be new here, hi, hello, how are you? I hope you're doing so wonderful. If you're curious, this is just a series I do here on my channel where I go through some new and upcoming fashion doll releases. I give my opinions. I tell you whether she appeals to my subjective and specific aesthetic senses, or if she's utter worthless garbage for not being pink enough to impress me. But yeah, very self-explanatory. I think I've given enough of my life story for today. Let's get into these dolls. As per tradition, I do always like to start with Barbie. She's been a little quiet this month, not too much to talk about, but what there is to talk about, oh boy. Okay, first, something not so bad, the reproduction of the 1964 swirl ponytail Barbie, which came out, I think about a week prior to me recording this. She was exclusive to the Barbie signature members on Mattel Creations, but I think she might be getting a wider release too. I'm not completely sure. Anyways, I love a vintage Barbie moment. I love the classic ponytail. I love the face mold. $75 is, I mean, it's a lot. I'm not even a Barbie's signature member, so I couldn't have gotten her anyways, but she's cute. Mattel is always very consistent with their reproductions. They're usually executed really well, and they're abundant too, so like, good for them. Seems like this was a pretty good release. But now, we need to talk about the 2024 holiday Barbie. Yeah, you already know what I'm gonna say. First off, ugly. Secondly, boring. But as it has been the last few years, there's a few different variations in the dolls available. There's 5 in total, and as is the wonderful tradition with holiday Barbies, the faces are the best parts of the doll. Everything else is just, I mean, I just said it, right? Ugly and boring. It's another red gown. It's another mass of cheap netting material. We've done this. We've been here. But there is one surprise featured this year. AI-generated artwork in the box design, because that's just the perfect addition to this mess, isn't it? Makes me wonder if the dress was designed by AI too, because it looks like the kind of nonsense a computer would spit out. And forgive me if I seem a little impassioned here, but I just honestly think this is unacceptable. I mean, it's lazy. They didn't even bother to like clean up the artwork at all. It's completely asymmetrical. It looks terrible. It's degrading to the artists who are already employed at the company, whose literal job it is to design packaging. And it's insulting to consumers too, to think you can put out literal computer-generated garbage just to what? Save a few dollars in the manufacturing process? No thanks. Even if the dress design wasn't terrible, I wouldn't be interested in buying them. And I think, as consumers, it's important that we let companies know that AI-generated artwork, AI-generated designs, whatever, have no place in the doll industry. Like, cut it out. Now. Then from Jazzwares, we have a new line of dolls based on the Royale High Roblox game. Now, I consider myself about 15 years too old for Roblox, which is funny to say because I played it when I was a child, but back then it was an entirely different game than it was now. We did not have anything like Royale High, and I don't even know what Royale High is. I'll be honest, I have no clue. There are things I guess I like about the dolls. There's some cute clothing pieces, some cute fantasy elements, but the faces are absolutely a deal breaker for me. I just cannot get past I understand it's the Roblox style, but I don't like the Roblox style. I don't want dolls in that style. They are not for me, and even if they did look more normal, I still wouldn't be buying them. Something else I need to mention is that these dolls are right now being heavily shunned and rejected by both the doll community and the Royale High community, because Jazzwares is a company that is heavily involved in supporting Israel. And full disclosure, a lot of these toy companies have shown support for Israel in various ways, but Jazzwares is, from what I understand, they're donating to support soldiers in Israel, and they have interns in their company actively in the IDF at this moment, which does kind of put them in a different category. So, you know, at the end of the day, what you buy is your own business. I obviously can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you to be conscious of how you spend your money and to be aware of where it goes, who's it going to, who it's supporting. That's a good thing to do just in general, and I would also feel weird to cover these and just not mention that at all, because that's like the ongoing conversation with them right now. Which, again, I have said this before, but it bears repeating that these videos are never in support of any company. It's not for promotional purposes. They are purely informative and, I guess, opinionated. But it's just me here, talking to myself. Next, Disney, a few things of note from them. There's a lot of new dolls for the new Descendants movie, Rise of Red. I watched it a few days ago. I thought it was pretty cute. I really liked the music in it, actually. The intro song, Red, has been like in my Spotify playlist on repeat ever since. Anyways, the dolls. So in a really fun twist of fate, the Descendants dolls this time around are being made by Mattel. If you didn't know, last time it was Hasbro. And there was a big thing with Mattel doing Ever After High at the time. It's a very long story. One, I actually happen to have an entire video of her, actually. Whoa, who put that self-promo there? Anyways, the dolls. They surpassed my expectations, I will say. A lot of them actually look really, really good. The Bridget doll, for one. I mean, it's no surprise she would be my favorite, but she looks really cute. She doesn't quite capture the dress she wore in the movie, which was so adorable, but still a really cute doll. And there's dolls of the adult characters too, Rita Ora as the Queen of Hearts and Brandy as Cinderella, both of whom acted their hearts out in these roles, ate their screen time up completely, and the dolls look pretty nice too. There is a part of me that's like, dang, Mattel, where was this quality when you were making Ever After High? Where were these nice fabrics, these layers? Actually, where is this for like most of your products? I mean, I'm glad to see it, don't get me wrong, but why can't we have this all the time? Another thing from Disney, they released a limited edition doll of Sally Slater, the portrait character from the Haunted Mansion. I'm pretty sure she's the second Haunted Mansion themed LE doll with the bride from last year. And I said then I would love to see more dolls like her, so I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think she looks really good. I really like how they captured, like, her expression from the painting into the doll, and they recreated her outfit really well, too. Do I want her? Not particularly, but I think she's a fun release regardless. Next, from MGA, a new LOL Tweens release, the Mermaids line. So, I've talked about this a little bit, but I just haven't been very impressed with the tweens as of late, which is sad. There was a time when I was obsessed with the tweens, but lately, I don't know, they just haven't been hitting, I guess. This line, I do like them. I'm not, like, rushing out to get them, I don't think, but I'm weak for a mermaid doll. Mermaids are just a very, very easy way to my heart, admittedly, and I do think these do the mermaid thing really well. They're pretty much everything I want to see in a mermaid doll, and at $15, that's not a bad price. They're just a really cute, basic, budget mermaid doll, and I can't be mad at them. Also from MGA, the reproduction of the Bratz Slumber Party collection. And I will go on the record saying that I did not want reproductions of this line. I was team Tokyo A Go-Go, and it will forever elude me as to why MGA decided to go with this one, but it's fine, I guess. The dolls look nice, that much is true. It's still kind of unfortunate that even as reproductions, they don't come with everything that the original dolls do, but it's enough to keep me satisfied. MGA has definitely gotten their act together when it comes to reproductions. These are leagues upon leagues better than their first attempt with the Rock Angels dolls, and I guess, at the end of the day, that's all I can really ask for. I did end up getting Jade, because I don't have her original doll, and I mean, Jade is just my girl, so of course it's gonna be her, but MGA, Tokyo A Go-Go next, right? Like, we're in agreement there, on the same page, it's gonna happen, it better. That's all I'm gonna say. Next, a few things from Magic Mixie's Pixlings, my darlings, my angels. Speaking of angels, actually. Angelica, who is a new special edition doll, or exclusive, according to her bottle. And she's so cute. I find everything about her incredibly adorable. I love a big pink poofy ball gown, even on such a tiny scale. And the Pixlings in general can just honestly kind of do no wrong for me. Like, I genuinely wonder if they could release a doll I wouldn't like at this point. Anything is possible, but I've just yet to see a doll from them that, like, I would be unhappy to buy. I don't know what glittery brain worms they've infected me with, but I am truly obsessed. Also, from Magic Mixies, another doll in the Pixie Supremes line, which are pixeling dolls on a more traditional fashion doll scale. This one is named Skylar, and she actually comes with a second outfit. Now, last time I talked about these, I was a little ambivalent, but optimistic, because I liked their faces, like, they were just as cute and detailed as the Pixlings, which was important to me. What I did not know at that time was that these retail for 50 to 60 doll hairs, which I think is not only ridiculous, but also just not very smart, because I cannot imagine anyone really willing to pay that much. And most of that price is due to that big, weird mirror they come with, and all the descriptions of these dolls are just so... oh my god, they're so incredibly vague about what this mirror even does. It lights up, it plays sounds, like, okay? And the Amazon description for this doll says the mirror includes 5 minutes of playtime for your child to experience. 5 minutes! 5 minutes of playtime for 60 doll hairs. If I wanted to pay $60 for 5 minutes of playtime, I would just buy another full-price copy of Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion. I think Moose Toys needs to really rethink their strategy with these dolls, because I do want more full-size fashion doll pixelings, absolutely, but no way in hell am I paying $50 for a chunk of electronic plastic to come with her, and I don't see parents especially interested in doing that either. Alright, now some Monster High stuff to talk about. First, the 2024 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ghoulia Yelps doll, which is a sort of update to her Comic-Con doll from 2011, her as the superhero Dead Fast. And I just have to say, wow. Stunning, incredible. I love this doll. I've always loved the original Ghoulia doll, but she's not exactly what one would call obtainable. This new one is obviously not a copy of that one, but I just love that they referenced her at all, and I think her updated costume is so cool. I think she looks amazing. I really, really adore her. All the colors, the props on her stand, the mask, her long, beautiful, crimped hair. Probably one of the best Comic-Con exclusive dolls, just, like, ever. It's not even really a competition. She's taking it. Mattel blew it out of the water, for me, this time. Also, a look at Skulltimate Secrets Series 5, the Garden Mysteries collection. We have pictures of Jackie Laura, Twyla, and Venus. Laguna is supposed to be in this line as well, but so far there aren't any stock images of her. And this line, I think I have mixed feelings on. I think I mostly like it. So, Draculaura, because God forbid we go one Skulltimate Secrets line without Draculaura, right? Her middle part, it's not doing it for me, I don't think. And I don't love her screening either. I like the colors in her hair, though. I really like her color scheme in general with this line. And there's a lot of clothing pieces of hers I like, too, especially the corset and the bustier with the lace details. In general, I do like that these clothing pieces have more mix and match qualities rather than just two very distinct outfits, you know? Twyla, as usual, always has the cutest accessories, but again, the hair and the face-up, I just don't like how the base doll looks very much, and her clothing pieces are cute, but I think maybe just the least exciting of the three. There's a lot of very cute basic pieces that I think would be great for restyling, but altogether they just don't make for any incredible standout looks, I don't think. Now, Venus here, I really like. She reminds me a lot of the I Heart Fashion Venus from G1, which was one of my all-time favorite dolls. How she looks in the stock image with the mini dress over the sheer shirt and the corset, I think she looks perfect, just like that. I also actually really like her screening, and I like how her edges are painted to look like vines in this one too. She's gorgeous, definitely my favorite. Laguna might win out in the end because I am a Laguna stan, but until I see her, Venus is definitely my favorite. And finally, last but not least, Rainbow High with the Sparkle and Shine line. And there are 4 dolls in this line, but right now we only have stock images of 2 of them. People have found the other 2 in stores. I've seen them in stores, but I prefer to just stick to stock images if I can help it in order to keep myself and my channel safe. So the gimmick of this line is that the doll's legs are essentially like snow globes, which, I mean, I like to think I have a pretty high tolerance for gimmicks and fashion dolls. Usually I don't have anything against them, so to speak, as long as they aren't too intrusive. And this one I consider pretty intrusive, because it just feels so unnecessary, I guess. Like, it doesn't add anything to the dolls themselves. And the dolls are cute. Actually, Rosetta, the pink one, I think is so adorable. Full disclosure, I bought her. Yesterday was at Target and I saw her and I was just like, well, I love her design though. I love her clothes. And she would be so much cuter if she had just normal legs. I just do not see how putting liquid inside your doll's legs adds any sort of additional reason to spend money on them, but I'm also not a child, so I can acknowledge that. This is just the sort of gimmick that I'm afraid of aging very poorly, like over time the liquid in them getting all gross and discolored after a few years. I've seen that happen to so many other toys just like this one, and I'm probably gonna rebody Rosetta just for that reason, which is something I could do, but a child probably cannot. I don't know, it's clear to me that Rainbow High still has a talented team working for them because the designs and the clothing are still nice. They're still giving what they need to give, but the gimmicks just do not seem very well thought out or very well executed for that matter. So good luck to you, Rainbow High, if this is really the road you want to go down. And that is everything I had on my list for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. It is, of course, now your turn to go down there in the comments and tell me all your thoughts. Tell me which dolls you're most excited for, which ones you're getting, which ones you already got, and also which ones you're not getting. Because I do support being a hater, as long as you keep it civil and you keep it cute. And when you're done with all of that, just be sure to like and subscribe for any future fashion doll content. Now, go out and get those dolls.